Hello, dear friend. This is Emile, a self-proclaimed psychologist of behavioral science and linguist. Today, I'd like to talk to you about this question. Are we on the verge of witnessing the birth of a true language scientist? Is it really possible that even the linguistic codes of non-human species are about to be cracked? A quiet language revolution is surfacing, quite literally from the depth of the ocean. Google surprised all of us on April 14th, World Dolphin Day, by unveiling a wild card. Dolphin Jammer, the world's first AI dolphin language model. It may sound playful, but don't let the name fool you. This model doesn't just understand dolphin sounds. It predicts what they are likely to say next. Even more stunning, it's only 400 megabytes in size, and it can run directly on the Pixel 9 smartphone. This isn't a marine theme park's public education stunt. This is a prototype that could very well rewrite the history of linguistics. Is AI redefining the role of a language scientist? You may wonder, what does linguist really do? If your first thought is memorizing vocabulary and grammar drills, that's like reducing the universe to a multiplication table. True linguists are human detectives who can identify patterns, structure, emotion, and meaning in seemingly chaotic sounds. For example, Noam Chomsky proposed a theory of universal grammar, which inspired the transformer architecture behind many AI models. And now, AI linguists are stepping forward. Just like the popular character Precise in the game Arknights, who blends mineral science with language decoding, our real world may be welcoming its own interspecies interpreter. Then, why dolphins? Because they're one of the most human-like species. Google didn't choose dolphins just for their cuteness. They are remarkably human-like in key ways. Their whistles carry identity and context. They vocalize using nasal structures similar to how human vocal cords work. They form complex social networks complete with unique names. Google collaborated with the Wild Dolphin Project, WDP, which has connected vast underwater recordings since 1985. And these aren't just isolated sounds, they come with full context. Signature whistles between mothers and calves. Parsed squeals during fights. Buzzing sound during mating or shock encounters. By pairing sound with behavior, the dataset offers AI a rich ground for understanding dolphin communication. How does Dolphin Jammer actually understand dolphin talk? Just as human language models predict the next word token, Dolphin Jammer predicts the next dolphin sound. It uses SoundStream to break dolphin audio into digestible chunks for machine processing, then identifies structural patterns and generates likely sequences. What makes this challenging? No grammar rules, no spelling, no word definitions in the human sense. And yet, the mission is clear. Use math to decode non-human language and build communicative structures we can use. This summer, Google will open source the model to foster global collaboration. The beta version of Interspecies dialogue, the CHAT chat system. Google teamed up with Georgia Tech to develop chat system. C comes from citation, H hearing, A augmentation, and telemetry, T. Its logic is Link artificial whistles to specific objects, like seaweed or scarf. Teach dolphins to mimic those whistles as a way to request the object. Sounds a lot like how babies babble before learning to speak, doesn't it? Pixel 9 will support onboard analysis, meaning your phone would become a portable dolphin translator. If AI really understands animal language, what happens next? If humans could speak to tigers, lions, or venomous snakes, could we negotiate survival? Dear Tiger King, I've learned the melody of grace. If you spare me, I'll feed you well and treat you like royalty. If AI could interpret bird sounds or dog grumbles, could we evolve from observing animal behavior to grasping their inner intent? This is not scientific. This is not sci-fi. It's the future unfolding at the edge of AI evolution. Language as a concept is being redefined. AI isn't replacing us. It's expanding the scope of understanding. Dolphin Jammer didn't come out of nowhere. Behind it are decades of field researchers. Crouched by the sea, labeling sounds, whispering, "Oh, she clicked again! Note it down!" I deeply admire those who work in the fields most people never see. They make the world more interesting and full of imaginative possibilities. From whale songs to dog whimpers, language boundaries keep shifting. Back in 2024, Google released a whale language recognition model. A 2025 paper in Science revealed something extraordinary. Whales learn to sing in ways that mirror how children learn to speak. Mimicry, adjustment, reinforcement, and then communication. DeepMind co-founder Demis Hassabis said, "Dogs might be next." After all, humans and dogs already share emotional resonance. Now AI might turn that resonance into a structured language. So, the ultimate purpose of language isn't just expression, it's connection. For dolphin whistles to whale songs and poppy murmurs, each step we take chips away at anthropocentrism, the idea that humans are at the center of all meaning. It's not about AI replacing linguists, it's about AI empowering them. It's not about making us stronger, it's about helping us listen to others and to the unfamiliar intelligence. If this episode touched you, share it with someone who once dreamed of talking to their dog. And about that, let me explain the little Chinese pun. A little Chinese pun. In Chinese, some people name their child Wang Xingyu. Wang a surname, Xing star, Yu language. A dreamy name, right? But online it's also a meme for dog planet language because wang 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 is a sound dogs make in Chinese, not only Chinese but also global. I think all dogs around the world also they just say wang 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 wang, the same. So Wang Xingyu sounds like doggo speak. Would people tease you for naming your child that? Maybe. Would it still be adorable if you both like it? Absolutely. After all, who could forget a name like that? Thank you, my dear friend, for listening all the way. This is Emile, a self-declared voice scientist of behavior and language. I'm doing what I love in a way that feels true. You are listening to Emile's Voice Lab, and perhaps, just perhaps, language still shines, the world is still kind, and we are all learning to understand just a little bit better. No editing, no BGM, no retext, just a person talking to you the way life actually feels. Messy, imperfect, but honest. See you next time.